Today's date is 12 March 2018, and I want to start off by thanking one viewer who said I need to do better research. That's my expectation for the comments. I know that there will be a lot of trolling to come, but I assure any new viewer that my research is very solid and grounded in actual publications, whether I'm talking about geopolitics, secret society, Bill Still's New World Order. Bill Still was once a truth teller. Now he's joined the ranks of the right-wing media with his Still report. For example, he takes the usual Christian Zionist line when it comes to the Israel-Palestine conflict, and he has this pretense of neutrality or not wanting to speak on it, but anytime he does, he takes a very pro-Israeli stance, and this ministry doesn't agree with the majority sect of Muslims, but we do recognize the injustice that is imposed upon the Palestinians by the colony that is being founded on land that's taken from them. With that out of the way, this will be a very brief video because I want to assure anyone who stumbles upon this channel that there's been some sound research done throughout my lifetime when it comes to these matters. So, for example, when I speak about Christianity, and for the record, the majority of my family's Christian, so I don't have any antipathy towards individual Christians. I do disagree with their theology for many reasons. Chiefly is the fact that their theology was the result of the imposition of the will of the church fathers who had the council, who met in the Council of Nicaea under the auspices of Emperor Constantine wanting to establish an official church, and those sects that were considered heretical were excluded. But who's to say that the Ebionites, the Nestorians, the Arians, or any of the other non-Trinitarian Christian denominations were not valid? It's only part of my reason. Another reason that I'm opposed to the Christian religion and not individual Christians, and not all religious texts that come from Christians, because there have been a lot of important theologians from the Christian background. But the reason I'm opposed to the religion is because, well, there's several reasons. It's multifaceted. I've just mentioned one, but mainly it was imposed on people via the sword. Because what you'll see from channels like Christian Answers and others is that they make this pretense that Christianity, that there was always an official doctrine, an official canon, when nothing could be further from the truth. Another thing that people fail to realize is that once the Roman Empire adopted Christianity, it was imposed on others. And during the medieval era, I could think of two really good examples. The Charles the Great, or Charlemagne, the emperor of the, mainly in France, but he was also considered a Holy Roman Emperor. He actually fought the pagan German tribes and imposed Christianity on them, specifically the Saxons. Forced them to convert. They didn't voluntarily adopt Christianity. Neither did the peoples of Scandinavia. They had a crusade, Baltic Crusade, imposed on them. Now, one thing that this imposing Christianity on others led to was maneuvering by Judaics pretending to be Christian in order to infiltrate and destroy the church and also Christian societies from within. There's actually documented letters from rabbinical scholars that encourage the Jewish population of Spain to pretend to convert to Christianity instead of being expelled. There's documented evidence for that, which will be presented in a future video. So this individual who claims that I need to do more research, I would like to assure him nothing could be further from the truth. And in the coming weeks, months, and perhaps years, we will lay down a case using historical sources as well as religious texts from Judaics and Christians in order to their own text, by the way. We will be doing a thorough reading of the King James Bible as well as some other translations to prove once and for all that the Christian religion is not what most Christians would have us believe. And again, that's not to say that I dislike or hate Christians or I dislike or hate every single aspect of their doctrine. I could think of a good example that actually I do like, the Lord's Prayer. I don't find too much that I disagree with in that, except for the fact that addressing the Most High as the Father. So I'm at odds with that. But besides that, it's our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and glory forever and ever. Amen. What I like about that is the asking of forgiveness of our debts and also debts owed to us. That's charity. That's very charitable. I don't find any fault with that. If more people had that mentality, the world would be a better place. But that's just one example. So again, this will take quite a while, but for any neutral observer or non-aligned individual, we will unravel these Semitic religions, and I will include the majority sect of Islam as well. We will falsify all these fakes, but that's it for now.